Hi, my name is Charlie. This is AZA Fitness and I will be your trainer for today. I'm going to take you through a plyometric exercise routine basically covering the whole body in a short amount of time. Right, firstly we're going to go through a couple of things that you're going to need, items that you're going to need. Firstly, you're going to need a safe training environment, a well-lit environment, free from other hassles. You don't want people running up and down where you're training. It must be safe and quiet, preferably quiet. You can put on music if you like. I enjoy training with music playing in the background. Right. Secondly, you're going to need an interval timer, a stopwatch or a clock, something that you can time yourself with. You're going to need a towel, you're going to need a water bottle. You don't want to run around looking for your towel, looking for your water bottle. Keep them with you. Right. It's a time waster and you don't want to waste time while you're training, especially in today's busy lifestyle. You want to finish it off real quick and you want to get as much out of your training routine as possible. Right, you're going to need a chair, maybe 2 chairs, we'll get to that later. You're going to need a belt of some sort. This is a karate belt, nice and tight. You want a strong belt. You don't want something that's going to snap while you're using it, because we're going to actually put a lot of strain on this belt. You can use your towel as well. If you've got a big towel, it's going to be handy as well. Right, and lastly but not least, you're going to need a notebook or a clipboard. Obviously a pen so that you can write in it, otherwise, what's the use? Alright, the notebook is there so that you can jot down everything that you're going to need. Alright, your training, your pattern that you're going to train in, your exercises, everything must be laid out before you start. So you want to know where you're going to go from exercise to exercise. You want to write down the amount of sets that you're going to do per exercise, and that'll take you through. It's all up to you in the end, but I'm going to give you a nice layout. And the repetitions, I'm not going to tell you how many reps you should do. Right, we're going to have a time limit, and I'm going to tell you why there's a time limit. It makes a lot of sense when you understand the whole concept of interval training or even resistance training, which we'll get to later as well. Right, so you want your exercises, your sets, your repetitions all laid out before you start, so that you don't get lost. You want to finish this whole thing hassle-free. Right, so that's basically what you're going to need. Also, and mats is also nice. So maybe a yoga mat. This is a different type of mat, nice and cushy. But you're going to need a slip-free mat to make it safe, to make it comfortable as well. So we're going to do a lot of exercises on the floor, working out the body in that. Right, before we start with the warm-up, before we start with the exercise routine, let me explain to you what we have installed here. Right, we're going to have 9 exercises. The first 7 exercises will be done right in succession. There won't be a rest period in between. You're going to have 2 minutes per exercise, per station. Right, so this is basically high intensity interval training, or circuit, or even super circuit, depends what angle you look at it. But what we're going to start off with will be your basic push-up for 2 minutes. I'm going to show you a very high intensity exercise, and we're going to do step down movements so that everybody can have a go at the push-up. Exercise number 2 will have step down chin-ups. Now for the chin-up, I'm going to show you an exercise where you might need some a little bit more tools, you might need a little bit more items, like 2 chairs and maybe a broomstick. I don't like the idea of a broomstick because it's going to break, and hopefully you record it when you break and you fall, because it's funny stuff. But I'm going to show you the safer way, and then I'm going to show you a self-resistance bent over row. Right, now that one is quite difficult and doesn't always target the back, but it's definitely going to make you burn calories, and it's going to get your legs as well. Alright, so that's exercise number 2, which will mostly focus on the back. Exercise number 3 will be your tricep extensions. For that you're going to need a chair. We've got exercise number 4, a bicep squat combo. Exercise number 5, we've got jump squats. Exercise number 6, pop lunges. And exercise number 7, standing calf raises. Now all of these from 1 to 7 will be done right after one another in succession. You can do 2 rounds, you can do 3 rounds. I suggest you don't do more than 3 rounds, you might be sorry the next day. But 2 to 3 rounds will be perfect. Alright, and then after every round we will have jump squat burpees and then a small ab routine. I'll explain it all how it works, and then I'll go through it again. So what you have is your push-ups, you've got your step down chins or self-resistance, bent over raises, you've got tricep extensions, you've got bicep curl, squat combo, you've got jump squats, hop lunges, and you've got standing calf raises. Each of 2 minutes, directly after one another. The moment you've finished your standing calf raises, which will be exercise number 7, you give yourself a short little break, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, no longer than a minute, just so that you can get your breath. Then you're going to do jump squat burpees. And then after that small little break, just to get your heart rate stable, you want enough breath to be able to perform a proper ab routine. And then you've got your abs. Then after that, another small break and you start all over again. Right, so that's mostly more or less how it's going to work. Right now I'm going to take you from exercise to exercise. I'm not going to do everything along because I've got my own training. I don't want to kill myself today. Right, actually today is my race day. So I'm going to show you a couple of repetitions. You're going to do as many repetitions as you like. You can actually start with a step up and then go step down until you just can't do any more repetition, or until your 2-minute limit is up, and then you move over to the next exercise. Right, thank you, let's start. Alright, now that you have everything that you need, hopefully, we're going to start off with a warm-up routine. You cannot just jump into a training routine, you'll hurt yourself. You need to warm up first. Alright, so firstly we're going to start off with basic plyometric movements. Alright, so I like to start off with the legs. I want to get the hips and the legs warmed up real good. So firstly what you can do is make sure that you've got a non-slip, or a slip-free environment. Because if you slip there, you're going to fall nice and hard. Alright, so you get your left foot in front, get your hands ready for some balance, and you're just going to swing the right leg. Alright, you're going to do as many swings as you like. I prefer 10 one side, 10 the other side. What you can do as well, first do just 10 proper swings, and then you can actually start lunging back as you swing the legs. Swap, alternate, do the other side, and then you're done with the legs. From there you take a nice wide stance. This will get your knees warmed up, get the ankles warmed up, especially the hips, and move from side to side. 10 or 20 repetitions will be good. Just getting the knees, the hips, and the ankles warmed up properly. Right. Later on you can drop down real low, really getting that stretch in there. Right, but first just start, don't drop in too deep, just start nice and slow, small movements. Right, from there you go in further. The next move, from there directly up to the midsection. You're going to lift the arms out to the sides and just start twisting the midsection. Not too far, not too vigorously. Remember, we're just warming up now, getting ready for the training routine. Once again, 10 or 20 repetitions and you're good. From there we'll swing the arms from side to side. Stretching as far back as you can, really crossing the arms over, loosening up your rotator cuffs. That'll be your shoulder joint. Really need to work on loosening up the rotator cuff. You don't want to damage your rotator cuff, trust me. Rotator cuff tendonitis ain't no joke. Right, from there, big circles backwards. 10 repetitions will be good. Then small circles, picking up the pace a little bit. Alright, 10 repetitions as well. You can go to the front, big circles, 10 repetitions, then small circles, 10 repetitions. You want to really push into the burning sensation. You'll see after a couple of repetitions, you really feel the deltoids and the traps starting to burn up. That burning sensation is a good thing. Right, that's going to create more blood flow to the area and also make you pump up a little bit. The pumping up is actually hydrostatic pressure, which will keep your joints safe. Keeps the muscles nice and strong as well while you're training. Right, from there, that's basically your warm-up. Try and stretch it out to make sure that it's at least 15 minutes. You want to pack out a little bit of sweat. You want to get the heart rate up. After this, we're going to start with our actual training session. Right, thank you. Alright, exercise number 1. It's your basic push-up. I'm going to give you 3 different levels. Alright, the first one will be an explosive push-up. If that one's too difficult, your basic plank position push-up. Then from there, even a bit more step-down push-up, which will be what they call your sissy push-up. Alright, Doesn't mean you're sissy if you do it in that fashion. I end off like that as well. I start off with explosive, go over to your basic push-up, and then I end on my knees so that I can get an ultimate workout. I want to stimulate the muscle fiber right through. Alright, so let's see. First position, down on the hands and knees. You want to get a nice wide hand positioning, slightly wider than your shoulders. Alright, so you want, when you drop down, you want a 90-degree angle with your forearm and your upper arm. You're going to drop down as low as possible. Right, so your explosive push-up will be your first one. So from there, you're going to keep the back straight, tighten the core muscles. Down, explode, land. Explode, land. Explode, land. Right, so that is your explosive push-up. And you want to minimize the impact. So when you land, compress when you land. Don't thud, don't thump the hands. That's going to increase injury risk, and you want to prevent that. Right. Step down push-up. So this is your basic push-up. From there, you've got your basic push-up plank position, dropping down, coming back up. It's a little bit easier, still quite tough, but manageable. Right, avoid this, avoid pushing the butt up. Unless you're really tired, you can lift the butt, that helps a little bit. Right, from there, your third position, dropping down onto the knees. You still want to have your plank position ready. So you push forward, making sure you're right above the hands. And I want to do your push-up here. That's not a push-up. That is something else. I don't know what that is. This is a push-up right above the hand. Tighten up the hands. From there, drop down, back up. Drop down, back up. If you struggle even with this step down push-up or the sissy push-up, then just do a half a push-up, just there, up and down. Ease into your routine. Right, don't feel discouraged. If you can't do one of the exercises that I give you, just do a step down exercise. Half a push-up, half a squat, half everything up, until you feel you've got enough strength. After a couple of weeks maybe, you drop in deeper. Right, so you've done your push-ups for 2 minutes. Directly afterwards, you're going to go to exercise number 2. Alright, which will focus mostly on the back, a little bit on the biceps. Obviously, it's going to hit the core muscles because you need to tighten up the core. Alright, so this will be your step down chin, step down chin. Alright, so let me show you your step down chin. Why I don't like your step down chin is basically because, if you don't have equipment at home, we've got a little bit of equipment. I'm going to show you how to create a chin bar. Firstly, I'll explain to you why we said 2 chairs early on. What happens with most people when they want to do chin-ups, very difficult exercise. You're going to hang up in the air and pull your whole body weight up and back down. A lot of people can't manage, so then they do a step down chin. Now, a step down chin, what a lot of people like to do, they've got 2 chairs, make sure they're sturdy. You can see this chair is not sturdy. Alright, also the other problem with the chair, the armrest is slanted. So you can't really position or prop your bar, because what we have is you're going to have 2 chairs, you have the bar across, and you lay underneath, the bar will slip off. So I can't show you on the chairs, but what I can do, your team will just follow me with the camera. You can either bring the whole tripod or you can just unclip it. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to walk over here. What we have here is a straight bar and it's positioned on a squat rack. Alright, now this you can do at home as well. You can maybe position just make sure that it's something sturdy. I've seen hundreds of videos on YouTube where people actually try and do step down chins, and they use a broomstick, something silly like that, or a little flimsy chair, and stuff breaks, they fall. It's fun to watch, but it's not fun when it happens to you. So try and make sure that it's something sturdy. Alright, so your step down chin, I've got it positioned on the squat rack, nice and sturdy. What you want is you want to be right underneath. Make sure that when you have your arms straight, completely straight, that your back is touching the floor. Because when you have a muscle failure, you don't want to slip and fall on your back, hitting your head or whatever. Alright, so make sure that your training remains safe. The lower the injury risk, the better. Alright, so from here, straighten the arms out, you'll pull it up to the chest, back down, to the chest, back down. Every time, trying to go for full range of motion, all the way up, tightening the muscles, all the way down. Right, so that is your step down chin. If you can't recreate this at home in a safe way, I'm going to show you a different exercise which will target more or less the same muscle group. It's going to hit the legs a little bit. In a sense, I kind of enjoy this one a bit more. You're not going to feel it as much on the back itself the next day, but it's definitely a good workout for the whole body. Right, but you can just walk back that way and I'll show you your bent over, what do I call it? Yeah, self-resistance bent over raises. Right, so with this you're going to need your belt. Make sure that it's a strong belt. Right, you're going to put a lot of resistance on this right now. Right, so what you're going to do, you're going to make sure that you're standing firmly on the belt. Body slightly bent over, so we get the positioning just right. There we go. Foot position slightly wider than your shoulders. And you want to roll the belt up, making sure that you've got a very firm grip. Right. The whole time testing, and from there, you don't want to be able to stand up completely straight without resistance on the belt. From there, we're going to do a pullback. We're applying resistance with our own bodies. Alright, so with my own body, I'm applying resistance as I squat down. And I pull with my back. Now from here, I tighten up my back and my arms as much as possible while I complete it upward. A positive resistance with my legs. Holding on with my back. Pull back down. Stand up again. Pull back down. Stand up again. Already I can feel the tension. I can feel the resistance in my back. Right, so that will be your self-resistance bent over raises.